Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Cantwell Beauty. I am Sierra Cantwell. Today I'm going to be going through my backup makeup stash, so stick around if you want to see that.
I look different and I'm proud of it.
Okay, first let me define what I mean by backup makeup stash. So these are things that I have doubles of, triples of, multiples of, that when I run out of my main stash or main item that I'm using, I will then use these backup items. So I have everything from makeup sponges to foundations to cleansers. So I'm just gonna go through everything one at a time and kind of show you what I have. The first item I wanted to show you was an essential, and it's called the Shiseido facial cottons, and these are really great. These are the softest facial cottons that I think are on the market. They are about $10 or $11 per package of these, which of course is pricey, but definitely worth it. So I have 2 of these right now in my backup stash, and I'm working on one right now in my current supply. So that's it for those. Then another item that I kind of go crazy on are makeup sponges. So one of the packs of a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponges. These are great for applying foundation, your concealer. They're very comparable to the Beauty Blender. They're just the cheaper or more inexpensive version. When I say cheap, I don't mean quality. I definitely mean the price. So I think this is $10.99 or something like that for 4 of them, which is really good considering each Beauty Blender is typically around $20. So I have 1 of those. I also have 2 packs of Beauty Blenders. As I said, these are $20 a piece typically, but I didn't spend $60 on these each. They were actually on sale on Macy's, and then my mom helped me out with her discount. So I got 2 packs of these. I think they ended up being something around $24 each for 3 blenders in each one. These are fantastic. Again, makeup sponges, Beauty Blenders, the original. Then I have this little Beauty Blender ornament. So it's just an extra Beauty Blender that came in an ornament. I think it was around the holidays, and no, I have not used it yet. I was kind of hooked on those Real Techniques sponges, so I didn't feel the need to really use my Beauty Blenders, but I do plan on diving into those very soon. Another sponge I got was the Sonya Kashuk Makeup Blender Duo. Now these can be purchased at Target. It is a Target brand, and I have not used these yet, but my friend Christina actually suggested them to me and said that they worked really well. It says that 2 surfaces allow flexible application and blending of concealers, highlighters, contours, and foundations. Then when it comes to sponges, I'm really a fan of these Morphe sponges. They are the Highlight and Contour sponge. Basically, it's, you know, chiseled edge delivers the ultimate control for contouring, highlighting, and baking. Just add water and give it a good squeeze. These were actually recommended highly by Jaclyn Hill, and as soon as I saw what she was able to do with them, whether she was baking up here for her contour or baking under her eyes, this sponge just seemed to really work. And I have to tell you, I'm actually using one right now, and they clean really nicely. They clean better than the Real Techniques sponges. The makeup comes out of these a lot easier. So if you're looking for something that's going to clean quickly and clean completely, I would go for these Morphe sponges for sure. Now that we're talking about cleaning our sponges, I always have a backup of the Liquid Blender Cleanser. I usually just buy these big ones. This is the 10 fluid ounce version, and I pour it into a smaller one that has like a pump on it, so it's a lot easier to clean my sponges, but I really enjoy these. I think I have another one that I'm working through, so again, this is a backup. And then when it comes to cleaning sponges, brushes, anything like that, I also get the Blender Cleanser Solid, which it says here, the ultimate makeup sponge and brush cleaner, and I have to admit, I completely agree. I don't use soap, I don't use dishwasher soap or dishwashing liquid or olive oil like a lot of people recommend. I really am hooked on this. This is a little bit more expensive than the liquid version. This is about $16, I think, for just this little bar of soap, but it does last a pretty long time, so I would say try it if you haven't. Something, if you've been watching my channel, you'll notice that I do talk about this product quite a bit, and that is the Tatcha Bora. I'm not going to ruin this name. I don't know. They're Japanese beauty papers, and what they are is for if you are oily or you're getting some brightness or liquid on your face, you just use these to blot. Basically, they're blotting papers, and they do have gold in them, so they're a little bit expensive. I would say they're about $12, maybe $13 now for just a pack of these, and they're a pack of 30 sheets. I mean, if you figure you're gonna blot once a day, or it's a month worth, which I don't think is that bad for blotting papers, ones that work really well. They remove all of the oil. You can pretty much use one a day, maybe two if you're really oily, but I use these all the time and I really, really enjoy them. Speaking of blotting, the other thing we do when we are blotting is we apply more powder. The powder I typically use to do that is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this one is in color medium, and yeah, like I said, this is a backup. I'm probably gonna have to pull this one out pretty soon because I have been going through it quite a bit because it is nearing spring and summer, so I get a little bit more oily during those times, and I will use this powder quite a bit during the day. Another great powder, one that is a staple in most people's collection, is the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder. And I have two of them. I have two of them as backups because I can never run out of this powder. This is my holy grail setting powder. While I have been falling in love with the Kat Von D translucent setting powder, whew, so good. I will always go back to the Laura Mercier because it's, like I said, it's a staple, it's a holy grail. It's just fantastic for all types of skin and specifically for my skin. So I have two of those. While we're talking about powders, a way to set all those powders after you've put them on is of course with the MAC Fix Plus. And for those of you that don't know what this looks like, I'll take it out of the box. It is of course the ever famous spray that you use to either set your makeup, make sure everything kind of blends on your face, or use it for eyeshadows, mostly glitter or metallic eyeshadows. It will help if you spray your brush with that and then put it into the eyeshadow and then apply it to your eye, for those of you that don't know that little trick. A foundation I have as a backup is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. I will show it to you. For those of you that don't know, this is a simple stick foundation, and then it simply, you take off the top, roll it up like this, put it on your face. You can buff it in with a sponge. I use the Morphe M439 brush, and then I'll use one of my beauty sponges to make sure it looks flawless. This is my favorite foundation probably ever. I'm getting into the Hourglass stick foundation, the Vanish stick, but this will always be my baby. Always be my baby, and we'll linger on. Okay, now that we're talking about face products like foundations, I do have a bunch of concealers. So Tarte Shape Tape, I do have two different backups of those. I have light medium, which is a normal color. It's for just, basically I want to get rid of the circles under my eyes. And then I have light neutral, which is when I want to really brighten those areas and make them pop. So I've got light medium, light neutral, Tarte Shape Tape. Fantastic concealer. If you haven't tried it, I do recommend it. I realize it's on the pricey side, but I realized today as I was using Tarte Shape Tape that in fact Tarte Shape Tape lasts a very long time, and I have had my Tarte Shape Tapes open for a long time, and I guarantee you they're going to expire before I even get to the bottom. There's a lot of product in here because you only need to use a very little amount. Other concealers I have are the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I have weird colors because I bought a couple for my friend. I wasn't sure which one she was going to take, so I bought just like a bunch of different colors. I used to be medium 30, but they switched their color range around, and when it showed up to my house, it said medium 28. So I was like, I definitely ordered medium 30, but okay. It's the same shade. It's just they moved them down a little bit or expanded their line, so they moved everything over 2 numbers or something like that. So anyway, I'm medium 28, and I also got light 18. I've really been practicing cut creases a lot lately, so I can use a light shade like that to cut out my crease and kind of add a glitter or metallic shade in there for those types of looks. So I don't consider it a waste. These are extremely inexpensive. I want to say, I'll put it up on the screen, but I think it's $6 for this concealer, and I would say this is definitely comparable to Shape Tape. What I mean when I say that, I don't mean that they are the same in consistency. In fact, I think this is a lot lighter and it's a lot thinner, but it is very good in coverage. So I definitely recommend trying out ColourPop No Filter Concealer. Another concealer I have here is the Maybelline Age Rewind. I do have one in my current stash. This one is actually in 130 medium, which I think is darker than what I would typically use. I think I use like 120 light medium or something like that, but I do have this one to try out if I so need it. So Maybelline Age Rewind, great concealer at the drugstore as well. The brows, the ever important brows. I do have a few of the Anastasia Brow Wizzes. I have 3 in fact, in dark brown, because we all know the tragedy that it would be if you were literally doing one brow and then realized, oh, you have no more product left and you need to go over to your other brow and you haven't done that yet. That's literally probably my worst nightmare when it comes to makeup. Everything else I feel like you can correct, but if you're walking out with one brow, it might look kind of weird. So in any event, I do have 3 of the dark brown color in the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I also have a brow definer by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the same color, dark brown, and I just bought this as a backup because I really enjoy the brow definer for those lazy days. For those of you that don't know, the brow definer is actually a thicker pencil, and it's almost like in a triangle shape, so it helps you kind of carve out your brows a little bit easier. So if you haven't tried the triangular brow pencil brow definer, I would definitely recommend it. When it comes to eyes, I also enjoy eyeliner occasionally. I do have some on right now, and the one I used, of course, is the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the color Swerve, which is simply their black color. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you will know that I talk about this eyeliner all the time. I love this formula. I think it's great. Like it says, it's creme gel, so it's exactly how it sounds. It goes on very creamy, but it's a gel formula, so it sticks to your lash line very well. Doesn't come off, doesn't smudge, nothing like that. Unless, of course, you wanted to and you wanted that smudged out look, then I'm sure you could. But anyway, that's the ColourPop Swerve Creme Gel Liner. When it comes to brow products, I'm going to circle it back around. I didn't realize I had brow products. I have one brow powder from the brand Nomad. Like, I haven't tried this exact powder before, but it's a backup brow powder that if I run out of the ones I'm using, I will have this brow powder to use. I have it in the color... I think it's in my color, and that's why I kept it. It's a little bit light for me, but like I said, as a backup, it'll work perfectly if I'm, you know, in a pinch. And of course, I have the Benefit Gimme Brow, the item that was discontinued for like months to a year and then came back. They changed their formula a little bit. I don't notice as far as application goes, but they must have changed their formula because they put it back on the shelves after removing it for about 6 months or so. So I'm very happy about that. This is a backup. Got one currently going in my collection, but this is the one that I will be using when that one runs out. Okay, so I also have a lot of backup mascaras. Now, when I say backup, when it comes to mascaras, some of them are ones I've never tried before, and some of them are ones that are staples or holy grails. I have a bunch that I have never tried. So this one, like for instance, is the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash, the Urban Decay Troublemaker, Sephora brand Lash Craft Length and Volume. I've got Dior Pro Black Mascara, Monsieur Big from Lancome, Butter London Double Decker, Kevyn Aucoin, the Expert Mascara, Kokie Volume Mascara, Volume and Length Mascara. This is a Walmart brand. And then of course, this is the only one that is actually a backup, as in it is my favorite mascara of all time. That's Benefit Roller Lash. This one is a higher end mascara. It runs for about $24, $25, but I have to always have one, and I have to always have a backup. It is just something that is necessary for my collection. Love this mascara. If you haven't tried it, I do recommend it. Then the last item I have, which is technically a backup because I do already have one going, is the awesome gloss by ColourPop called Moonchild. This is actually a collaboration with Kathleen Lights here on YouTube, and it's just a beautiful gloss, so I just wanted to make sure that I had a backup in case they ran out of them. It is like a pink shimmery gloss. I don't really want to swatch it because it's not open yet, so it's basically like a light pink to pale nude, and it has a little bit of glitter on it, but it's not a thick glitter at all. Like you don't feel it at all. Like you barely see it. It's just really a beautiful nude gloss. And if you haven't tried ColourPop's Glossy Lip formula yet, I definitely recommend that as well. Okay guys, so that finishes my video for my makeup backup stash. For those of you that don't know, this is video number 50 on my channel, which is very exciting for me. It means it marks, you know, kind of a big deal on my channel. I can't wait to get to video number 100. Thanks for those of you that keep coming back to my channel, subscribing, telling your friends, sharing my videos. I really appreciate it. God is good. For those of you that subscribed, thank you. I also realized that my hair is a complete mess, but I honestly just wanted to film this video and get it out. I finally got my ring light working, so that's why this lighting is a lot better than probably some previous videos. For those of you that have been watching my older videos, I really appreciate the feedback that I'm getting on people that say it seems like I'm in a rush or it seems like I talk quickly. I'm really trying to work on my camera persona, I guess you could say. I mean, this is me. That's not really a persona I invented or anything like that. But what was that? Am I going through puberty? Anytime I think of puberty, I think of the guy from Hanson. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and tell a friend. Thanks. Bye-bye.
dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm sons. I like.
Alright, that's enough. Eating halal, driving a lamb. Yo, I wish I had written that song.